12, 28-10 Sportsbook. Now, to start off with NBA news, Mavs coach Rick Carlisle has minor knee surgery, so he missed the excuse me. So he missed the game. The Mavericks lose Dirk Nowitzki in a victory over Oklahoma City last night, and LeBron doesn't favor contraction. You know how in last time's video, I said that he favors contraction. Well, he didn't really mean it in a negative sense. He didn't really mean for people to get offended. Kevin Love, Brook Lopez, Devin Harris all got offended when he said that the NBA was watered down. So he really doesn't favor contraction anymore. But here are the games from Christmas Day because I really don't feel like reporting last night or the day before's games. So here are Christmas Day games, with the exception of the Knicks game. Boston travels to Orlando to pick up a comeback loss, 86-78. Orlando came back and they won. Now, before I mention what was supposed to be the game of the year, I'm going to show some highlights of the Heat-Laker game.
It's the game that's been circled on every NBA fan's calendar since the schedules came out. Outside in Los Angeles at Staples Center, they're skating, but inside it's the Lakers versus the Heat. Kobe Bryant against that man right there, LeBron James, who before tip called this just another game. First quarter, Dwayne Wade with the delicious pass over to Chris Bosh for the southpaw spike. Bosh huge in the game, 24 points, 13 boards. That's a double-double. At the end of the first, Heat up 20-14. That's the Lakers' lowest scoring first quarter in the season, but Kobe Bryant right back with the jam there. He was 6 of 16 from the field. Later in the second quarter, Dwayne Wade slaloming through the defense for the jam, 37-27. The Heat up by 10. D-Wade had 18 points. Later in the second, Kobe to Pau Gasol for the jam. Pau goes for 17 and 8. Miami still up by 9, though, 43-34. Then it's Chris Bosh working again, using the right hand, 11 of 17 from the field. Miami up by 9, 45-36, as we take you into the third quarter. And in the third quarter, LeBron James gets the rebound off the free throw and goes the other way. All of his skills on display. Power move, just moving Kobe out of the way for that layup. 66-50, Heat in front. Pau Gasol on the business end of the alley-oop from Ron Artest. That cuts the lead down to 11. Heat up 70-59. Later in the third, LeBron James 5 of 6 from deep. Miami up 75-61 as we move it into the final period, fourth quarter in LA, and it's Lamar Odom on the drive. Tough to stop that play right there. That cut the lead down to 9. Odom goes for 14 points and 9 boards, but down the stretch, just too much LeBron James. Dwayne Wade misses the layup, but there is James with the rebound and the putback. Later in the fourth, the dish out to Mario Chalmers, who had 13 points for the triple. Heat firmly in control down the stretch. This pass to Eric Dampier for the jump shot gave LeBron a Christmas Day triple-double. He goes for 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Heat.
Denver heads to Oklahoma City to pick up a loss, 106-114. Portland travels to Golden State. That game was boring, 109-102 Golden State. Now I'm going to talk about the Knicks versus Bulls on Christmas Day, but first, some highlights from NBA.com.
It's the first of 5 games on Christmas Day. The Chicago Bulls paying a visit to New York. There's the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center. Of course, the game in Madison Square Garden. Derrick Rose in the top 10 in both scoring and assists in the league. Amari Stoudemire hasn't reached 25 in 3 straight games and missing early on the run the other way. There's Derrick Rose. This is the season of giving, but Amari not in a giving mood, rejecting Derrick Rose early on in the game. Chicago up 12-11, though. Later in the first quarter, time winding down in that quarter, and Derrick Rose does have a jump shot, and he's not afraid to use it. 12 of 28 from the field. Later in the second quarter now, Ronny Turiaf basket and the foul. He goes to the line, misses the free throw, but no worries. There's the rookie Landry Fields with the rebound and the putback. Fields, a double-double on the day. Just an aggressive young player, 14 points and 11 boards. Second quarter still, Kyle Korver outside, pure on the 3, 2 of 4 from range, and Chicago up by 141-40. Raymond Felton, this time sharing inside with Amari Stoudemire for the jam. Felton had a game-high 12 assists. Time winding down in the half. his counterpart, the point guard for Chicago, finding Carlos Boozer. That's a good move. Boozer beats the halftime buzzer. He had a game-high 26 points. He also contributed 19 rebounds. As we move it into the third quarter, it's Raymond Felton just blowing by the defense and laying it in. He had 20 points on the day for the New York Knicks. Later, outside, Danilo Gallinari knocks down a triple. He had 15 points. The Knicks going up by 5, extending that lead a little bit. But then Derrick Rose right back for the Bulls. And watch on the replay, Amari getting lost on this one. Rose hangs in the air, gets the reverse lay-in. Knicks lead trimmed down to 1, and then the Chicago Bulls stealing, and they get it to the right guy. Derrick Rose just using Raymond Felton. Nice spin move there. Rose had 25 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and a career-high 6 steals. So Derrick Rose just going off. We move it to the fourth quarter of a tight game, and it's Derrick Rose one more time. This time driving to the rack, and Amari's had enough. Just grabs him over the head. Derrick Rose doesn't like it. These two had to be separated, but cooler heads prevailed. No technical fouls on the play at all, and later, off the jump ball, look at the Knicks hustling. Raymond Felton searching and finding a little two-pointer high off glass. New York taking control. They're up 95-87, and the Bulls struggling. Derrick Rose driving in, misses a layup. The Bulls went over 8 minutes between field goals in the fourth quarter. Amari Stoudemire rejecting a few of those as well. Carlos Boozer inside, gets called for the charge. Now with just under 3 minutes to go, they're up by 8, and adding to it, Raymond Felton over to Wilson Chandler on the alley-oop layup. Santa's happy, everybody's happy. The Knicks get the win and move to 18-12. Final score 103-95.
The video doesn't mention that Wilson Chandler had 15 points and 10 rebounds. It also doesn't mention that Felton had 5 steals. Keys to this game for the Knicks: fast break points. They had 18 fast break points, so they were really utilizing Mike D'Antoni offense. They held the Bulls to 12 points in the fourth quarter. They had lockdown defense as well. These two go hand in hand because their lockdown defense in the fourth quarter held the Bulls to 12 points, and the Bulls couldn't get it done. D. Rose really couldn't get it done in the fourth quarter. Some things to mention for the Bulls: Luol Deng had 15 points, and not so good for the Bulls. Again, it was the fourth quarter. They only had 12 points. The Knicks really just shut them down. Their interior defense was great, and their perimeter defense was great. The Bulls didn't really shoot that well from 3, I found out. The Knicks shot pretty well from 3 also. But this sums up this sports vlog. So this is the BX Baller. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. This is BX Baller signing out.